Okay guys, this is a short follow-up to a previous video on the same map, and the same thing happened in this battle that happened in the previous battle, but I want to show you an extra wrinkle that you can throw in your light tanks. And I'll have a few comments about view range. I should also mention that when a friend of yours who hasn't played in almost 4 months contacts you and say, hey, can you play for a couple hours, it's probably a good idea to actually put some consumables in your tank. So I've been guilty of this before. I don't pay attention and I go into battle with no consumables. Fortunately, it didn't matter. Now, the thing to watch for here is the T-49 who goes unsupported to a position that I consider to be untenable. If you've got some, especially a light tank platoon on the enemy team, you go there, you're alone, you're doomed. That may not apply in every battle, but it certainly applies in this one. And the second thing I want to show you is once we eliminated this guy here, I said to Jim, let's flex over to the other side, right? Take the enemy by surprise. You know, in your light tanks with mobility, you should appear in multiple places if the opportunity arises. And people who think that you were in one place and aren't anything to worry about will see you suddenly in another place. And this battle was a whirlwind of action, and the enemy couldn't deal with it. So I'm going to hit the space bar and run this at regular speed. So I go downstairs when I platoon with Jim Ape here, and he stays upstairs until we figure out what's going on, right? And fortunately, the T-44 came downstairs here. Now, if you watch, this replay is quite interesting. He gets hit by the STRV, spotted by their T-49. So there he's spotted, and he just got hit. Now, the T-49 didn't see me, so I'll show you that. And he still hasn't seen me. Let's check the distance on that. 300 meters. You know, when you think about it, that's awfully close. You know, I hope they don't change this map, but that's pretty close. And Jim and I are, this entire time we're discussing, should we take out the T-49, right? And our STRV hit that WZ over there, and there's a player called, just a second, check his name here. Victor Flores. Well, Flores means flowers, I think. He's about to send a bouquet over to that WZ over there. Watch this. Relet him. Not yet. T-49 still hasn't seen me. There. At 373 meters. Interesting. T-49 still hasn't seen me. There's the bouquet of flowers from Victor Flores. And there, I'm seeing for the first time, Jim's on his way. And as far as we can tell, it's going to be easy to get rid of this guy. Now, I missed my first shot. That's embarrassing. But at this range, I got 3 rounds into him. Jim got 2 rounds. And watch this. I get hit by their STRV. You know, I'm trying to get out of there as fast as I can, but the STRV hits me. And here's the flex. We're going to instantly go over to this side, right? Both of us. Possibly because the Conqueror's there. That's probably what deterred me. I didn't want to get hit again, right? I've pointed out, just let me point this out. Yeah. In my previous videos, I pointed out, you see that spot there? You can zoom across the opening, but you're visible when you make that move, and I don't want to suffer almost full health damage. So that's why I'm going over to the other side. Jim's already on his way. Just watch this. So like I said, they're not expecting us to come over. And Jim gets he finishes off the T10 there, who's in the notch. the gap there. There's the shot. And I do a loop here at full speed. Make my turn to go downstairs. This is a hard shot for that WT over there, and he misses me, right? And that M4A1 is, you know, he's a good player. He's in a bad place for that vehicle. You know, it's in going up against heavies in corridors. Okay, let's just check the distance on that guy there. 388 meters, right? And I am obviously not going to be seen by him. And the same 1-2 punch of your TDs, the STRV, and Victor Flores is going to send another bouquet of flowers over there. There's the first hit and the second hit. Wipes him out. And I'll just fast forward through this. Watch, Jim's changing position again, right? And watch, he takes out the M4A1, who is retreating, you know, in a lost battle. There we are. And the final thing is I get some revenge on the STRV who hit me at the start. It's just, like I said, I didn't need my consumables. There he is. He's probably angry about what happened in this game. And I think that was it. Yeah. So, analyzing this, you know, people who don't platoon, especially in platoons of 3, are not taking advantage of one of the things this game has to offer. And we could run this game all over again, and maybe there'd be a different outcome. You know, that Object 140 maybe on their team was in the wrong place. I don't know. Maybe their E100 didn't go to the exact spot where E100s ought to go, and you know, that's hugely important that vehicles have to select fighting positions that are best for their vehicle, and you know, that's one of the difference between good players and bad players. Anyways, it's game over, and I hope you enjoyed the video. And in your light tank platoon, you know, move around the battlefield where appropriate.